You think you're doing everything right, daily showers, early alarms, detailed plans. But what if those healthy habits are actually wrecking your body? Stick around to find out why and subscribe for more. Always on brain drain. You check your phone the second you wake up. Just for a minute, you tell yourself. But that 1 minute turns into 10, then 20. Then it's emails, news, group chats, and now you're late, stressed, and already mentally drained. And you haven't even gotten out of bed yet. This always-on habit feels normal, even necessary, in our hyper-connected world, but it's quietly overwhelming your brain. Even when your phone is silent and flipped over, your brain is partially occupied, just by knowing it's there. Research shows this constant low-level distraction reduces memory, focus, and decision-making power. You're not just losing time, you're losing mental clarity. Each notification gives your brain a tiny reward, a hit of dopamine. That's the same chemical that motivates you to seek, check, scroll, repeat. You become hooked on micro moments of stimulation. But all that bouncing between apps, emails, and alerts, it's not multitasking, it's rapid task switching. And that's exhausting. Every time you shift focus, your brain takes longer to get back on track. You lose more than just time, you lose mental energy. Over time, this digital overload keeps your stress hormones like cortisol elevated. Your body stays stuck in a low-key state of fight or flight. It wears you down emotionally and physically. You feel tired even after a full night's sleep, not because you're lazy, but because your brain never really powers off. And when the weekend finally hits and you try to catch up on rest, you may unknowingly make things even worse. Homegrown jet lag. You sleep until noon on Saturday. It feels amazing after a week of 6 a.m. wake-ups. You tell yourself you deserve it. But come Monday, you're groggy, irritable, and dragging your feet. This is social jet lag, and it's more damaging than it sounds. Your body has a built-in master clock, your circadian rhythm. It craves regularity. It wants you to wake and sleep at the same time every day. But when you sleep in for hours on the weekend, you're shifting your internal clock as if you flew to a new time zone. Except you never left your house. Your body thinks it's still on weekend time when Monday hits. It's trying to adjust back, but it can't keep up. This sudden shift confuses your brain, dulls your reaction time, and messes with your mood and appetite. You might feel off for days, and then just when you start adjusting, the weekend rolls around and resets it all over again. Doing this over and over creates a kind of chronic mismatch between your schedule and your biology. Scientists have linked this back-and-forth pattern to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even increased risk of health issues like weight gain and metabolic problems. So while sleeping in feels like self-care, the jolt your body takes when you switch back to early mornings may be making your week harder than it needs to be. And speaking of routines that feel good but backfire, let's talk about your shower. Hot showers hurt skin. You step into a steaming hot shower. The warmth feels amazing, like a daily reset. It's relaxing, comforting, and you step out feeling squeaky clean. But that squeaky clean feeling, it's actually your skin crying out for help. Your skin is built to protect you. It has a natural barrier made of oils, fats, and proteins that lock in moisture and keep irritants out. When you shower with hot water, especially for too long, that barrier gets stripped away. What's left is dry, irritated, and inflamed skin. That tight, shiny feeling you get after a long, hot rinse, that's not a sign of freshness, it's damage. And the problem doesn't stop there. When your skin gets too dry, it sometimes overcompensates by producing even more oil. For people prone to breakouts, that can mean more clogged pores and more acne, not less. Dermatologists agree lukewarm water is the way to go. Keep your showers short and gentle, and your skin will thank you in the long run. Now, if you think your skin is the only thing overreacting, wait till you hear what your scalp might be doing. The daily hair wash trap. You shampoo every single day. It's part of your routine. You can't stand greasy hair. But what if the daily wash is why your hair keeps getting greasy? Here's what's really happening. Your scalp produces an oil called sebum. It's not the enemy, it's your hair's natural moisturizer and protector. But when you wash it away daily, especially with strong shampoos, you're stripping your scalp bare. Your scalp panics. It senses dryness, so it produces more oil to compensate. The result? Greasy roots just hours after washing. So you wash again, and the cycle continues. This constant stripping leaves your hair dry and brittle, especially at the ends. If you dye your hair, it fades faster. You're literally washing money and moisture down the drain. The solution isn't no shampoo at all, but balance. Many dermatologists recommend washing your hair 2 to 3 times a week for most hair types. It gives your scalp time to regulate oil production naturally and gives your strands a break from the damage. And while your scalp has a clock of its own, so does your entire body. The question is, are you listening to it? Ignoring your body clock. You've heard it 1,000 times. Successful people wake up at 5 a.m., so you set your alarm early, struggle out of bed, and try to power through the fog with caffeine. But what if your body just isn't built for it? Everyone has a natural rhythm, called a chronotype. It's the internal timing system that decides when you feel most awake and most tired. Some people are early birds, others are night owls, and forcing yourself into the wrong rhythm can throw your entire system out of sync. When you ignore your body clock, you're constantly fighting biology. That groggy, dazed feeling in the morning? That's not just a rough start, it's your brain saying you're off schedule. Over time, this mismatch can lead to trouble focusing, mood swings, and even long-term health problems. It's like living in constant jet lag. Teenagers are especially sensitive to this. Their clocks naturally run later, but early school times force them into chronic sleep debt. Adults push through too, chasing productivity while their brain begs for rest. Your best work doesn't come from forcing an unnatural routine. It comes from finding the rhythm that works with your body, not against it. But even if your timing is perfect, your bedroom might still be holding you back. Warm room wrecks sleep. You love your cozy bedroom. Soft blankets, heated air, it's your comfort zone. But here's the twist. Being too warm at night could be ruining your sleep. To fall asleep and stay asleep, your body needs to cool down slightly. That temperature drop signals your brain. It's time to power down and begin repair mode. But if your room is too warm, your body fights to release heat and loses the battle. This struggle keeps you from reaching deep, restorative sleep. You spend more time in light sleep, less in the stages where your brain clears toxins and your body rebuilds. That's why you can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up groggy, sore, or unfocused. Cooler sleep environments help your body do what it's wired to do. Most experts recommend keeping your bedroom around 60 to 67 degrees, 15 to 19 degrees C. So, next time you turn up the heat or snuggle under 4 blankets, remember, your body might be working overtime to cool itself down just so you can rest. And that brings us to a different kind of exhaustion, the one that comes not from doing too much, but from planning too much. Perfect plan paralysis. You've got your planner, your color-coded schedule, your 5-step routine, and backup checklist. It all feels super productive, like you're getting ahead. But here's the hard truth. Sometimes planning becomes a trap. We often get stuck preparing to act instead of actually acting. Our brain loves planning because it feels safe. Every detail we perfect gives us a little reward, a mental high that tells us we're making progress. Except, nothing's actually happened yet. You might spend days crafting the perfect fitness plan only to avoid the first workout, or research productivity apps for hours without writing a single to-do. This is called analysis paralysis, and it's more common than you think. The danger is that perfection becomes the goal instead of progress. And when something inevitably goes off script, a delayed bus, a missed meeting, the entire plan can collapse, taking your motivation with it. Sometimes starting with a messy, imperfect plan is the smartest move. You adapt, you adjust, and you move forward. Real growth happens in action, not in strategy spreadsheets. It's strange, isn't it? So many habits we've been taught are good. Cleanliness, productivity, being always available, turn out to have a dark side. They're not bad in themselves, but when taken too far or done without awareness, they can quietly chip away at our health, energy, and happiness. So here's the real question. Which of these habits surprised you the most? Are there any you're rethinking now? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what routines you're planning to tweak or drop completely. And if this opened your eyes a bit, there's more where that came from. Check out the next video on health myths that actually set you back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from noticing the smallest things.